Joe Biden practically sleeps through the presidential debates. Joe Biden looked old and sleepy, in my opinion. I don't think that Donald Trump did a stellar job in this debate. But if I'm going to take something away from it, it's the fact that Joe Biden will not last 4 years in office, that I don't trust his mental acuity. He was bumbling, he was stuttering, he did a very poor job during this debate. Furthermore, there were many lies issued. I mentioned the Fine People hoax that Chris Wallace intentionally brought up. He brought that to light intentionally. I have no doubt about it. And this is a falsity. Donald Trump specifically stated, as I mentioned in a past video, that the fine people on both sides were relegated to those who are not KKK or neo-Nazi members because those people should be condemned no matter what.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay?
This was one of the issues brought forward. Joe Biden also said that Trump caused the recession. No, the economy was going swimmingly well under Donald Trump. Donald Trump also has no voice because of the way that our federal powers are set up versus states' rights. The governors of certain states, like California, like New Jersey, are intentionally keeping their states locked down in order to suppress the economy. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any doubt about that anymore. We know that the disease is endemic. We know that it affects primarily old people and those who are severely at risk. And nevertheless, you are creating far more suffering amongst many people by keeping them locked down than you would by opening things up. And they are intentionally creating an economic suppression. This recession was not caused by Donald Trump. Also, there was a massive failure by Joe Biden when asked whether he was going to pack the courts and eliminate the filibuster.
Senate Republicans go ahead and confirm Justice Barrett. There has been talk about ending the filibuster or even packing the court, adding to the 9 justices there. You call this a distraction by the president, but in fact, it wasn't brought up by the president. It was brought up by some of your Democratic colleagues in the Congress. So my question to you is, you have refused the past to talk about it. Are you willing to tell the American people tonight whether or not you will support either ending the filibuster or packing the court?
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote. You're in voting now. Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now.
Are you going to pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the question is
the question Supreme Court justice, radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
Right. Gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
I'm not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man.
The people understand, Joe.
They sure
47 years you've done nothing. They understand.
All right.
He absolutely refused. Trump pressed him on it a couple of times, and Joe Biden said, well, no matter what I say, that's going to be the issue. Yes, that is a huge issue. That is a huge issue for a voter like myself who doesn't want to see the balance of power in the U.S. upset. You have 9 justices. If I was president of the United States and I wanted to really mess with the Constitution, I could then pack on to the courts an additional 12 justices, move the level to 21, and ensure that whether I was on the radical right or the radical left, that any policy changes that I wanted to have implemented would be done. Whether that be to eliminate Roe versus Wade or to give all Antifa members gold medals. Because this constitutionally, if I have enough justices who are a little bit loopy and are way out on the fringes, could be accomplished. This is one of the things about conservatism, is that changes are made incrementally, not too quickly, so as not to upset the balance of an ecosystem, a political ecosystem, that is largely working and has done so for the last 250 years. So this is a huge loss, in my opinion, on the part of Joe Biden in terms of the fact that he refused to answer the question. Even though this is going to be glossed over by the press and lost on many people, I definitely feel the need to bring that up. And for the record, my wife, who is definitely on the left-hand side of the aisle, who is Canadian and thus cannot vote and doesn't really know that much about politics, has stated that she was really hoping that Joe Biden would be more presidential, that she did not find him presidential. And I imagine that that is, for a large number of people out there, going to be their impression. I can't imagine voting for Joe Biden and having him be president. I just don't think he's all there. I don't think that he's with it. And I think that there's going to be continued cognitive decline that is going to adversely affect the United States with him in charge until, of course, they supplant him with Kamala Harris. And then we will see a radical left erosion of our federal government and of our nation. And that would be a travesty of travesties. So I was not impressed with the debate overall. I would give Donald Trump a C, possibly a C+. He got in a solid zinger about how Joe Biden is hosting much smaller events because nobody would show up. That was pretty good. I'm going to give him a C+. I'm going to give Joe Biden a solid D. D as in dementia. So let me know your thoughts about the debate. I'm very curious. Leave them in the comments section. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Peace out.